All right, good morning, folks. It's the old soldier coming at you today from Robeson County, North Carolina, where it's cool, overcast. Clouds almost look snowy. Of course, they've been looking like that for a while now and hadn't done nothing but rain. So, is what it is there. Anyway, so yeah, an infamous moment happened yesterday. I'm not going to call it historic. I'm going to call it infamous. In effect, two criminals, enemies of the United States, of our Constitution, of our Republic, were sworn into office yesterday. Not really much I can do about that, or you, in regards of going back and changing it. The other thing that I will tell you is that America has been duped on more than one front. I'm not for sure if the entire truth will ever come out. At least not in my lifetime. But only time will tell there. Anyway, folks, part of what you need to start doing if you can, and I say if, not everybody's capable. I've had my good days and my bad. For me, I'm going to give it another shot and get back at it today. It's called exercise. So I went through my containers and my pod, and I found these. What are these, you might ask? Glad you asked. What we got here is a series of resistance bands. Okay. You can use them individually. You can pair them up for more resistance. Got a little bit of a variety here. This one here is actually designed to be hung up behind a door frame. But no, I'm not going to do that to my camper, because I can also put this on the ground, hold it down with my foot to do exercises with. And with it, I can add a band. I can take bands off as needed, as necessary, to get me the desired resistance to get the workout that I need. Now, this is good for toning and building muscle. It'll help some with cardio. I would tell you, don't focus on one area solely. In other words, I can tell you a story. I had a soldier one time. I may have told y'all this. I'm going to tell you again. Who re-enlisted to go to college. Back in the late 90s, the Army instituted a policy where post commanders could authorize a soldier a semester of college if they re-enlisted for 3 or more years. One of my soldiers took full advantage of it. Meaning what it is that short of a deployment order, which late 90s we really weren't going nowhere, short of that, your soldier was excused from duty, so they could go to school full time. They had to come in at least once a week for accountability, or if there was a call out for a PP test or an emergency readiness exercise drill. Other than that, they got up, they went to school, and they went home. Okay? Well, this soldier decided that the gym was a great place to stay in shape. And he went from being what I call average size and in great shape to humongous and in piss poor shape. Well, wait a minute, old soldier. He said he's going to the gym every day. Yeah, he was. But all he was doing was lifting. No cardio whatsoever. So he bulked up muscular, and with that, and if you ever seen power lifters, because that's kind of what he was doing. He was into powerlifting. Power lifters, they got these big arms, and they start to get these big guts. Now it's not really, gut's not really fat per se. It's just the way they do things. So when this soldier of mine came back to the unit, I'd give him a PT test, of which he abysmally failed 2 events. He failed the sit-ups, and he failed the run. So we had to put him on special population PT program. And that was designed to help him get his cardio system back in shape, his abdominal region back to enough where it was, what it was, he got about halfway through his sit-ups and his gut cramped. Okay? He hadn't been focusing on proper stretching techniques. He hadn't been focusing on doing a lot of ab works with his weight training. Okay? So my point being there, folks, is don't concentrate on just any one thing. You got to balance yourself out. And cardio-wise, I'm not telling you to go out and run 10 miles. Lord, I could barely run it into the driveway and I'd probably pass out. But you can walk if you're able. That's another one. Bicycling if you got a bicycle. Okay. 15 to 20 minutes a day of cardio is what most doctors recommend. Okay. A lot of times, believe it or not, and it's going to sound silly, you can actually get that cleaning your house. Yeah. Cleaning your house, if you do it right, you can get your 15 to 20 to 30 minutes of cardio in every day. All right. Whether it's vacuuming, sweeping, mopping, changing linens, dusting, whatever the case may be. Taking the garbage out, which I've got to do here shortly. Things of that nature, all right? You don't need a whole host of fancy equipment, all right? If you go back to some of my previous videos from over the summer before the lightning strike, you saw where me and my son were doing rifle PT. We were combining strength training with cardio in one type of circuit, which I intend to get back to here in the near future. Right now, I need to work on toning up some muscles, and I need to just get back to regular walking and get my cardio up to the point I can get back to my 100-yard circuits that he and I had done. Walk back there, why not? I ain't got nothing but time. Not working right now because public schools here in this county have given into COVID fear, and I'm not going to let the high school start back till the 9th of February, which impacts my contract at the college. So on the 9th of February, I'm supposed to find out whether I'll have students to teach or not. If I don't, well, who knows? Maybe I'll win the lottery and move to Montana. One can only hope, right? Hey, by the way, they said my cousin won the $750 million Powerball. When y'all see who it is, let me know so I can get up with him, okay? Okay. Here was the genesis of the 100-yard drill. You can see the range down there. Walk you over here to this marker. This right here was, getting focus. Anyway, down here somewhere where my foot is. I'm just dropping things, all kinds of crazy stuff today. Anyway, 0 line mark, all right? And now, the whole thing was to take a weight. We're going to walk that weight out to the 25-yard mark. Drop it. Go back. Get the other one. Come up, pick this one up. Back to the 0 line with both weights. Then take one down to the 50. Back. And then 75, 100 back. And that was one circuit. And in between circuits, we were doing rifle PT. Okay? So, hopefully once I get my wind back up again, I'll get back to that with my gear. I've got most of that gear dug out. My My battle rig is actually under the camper. Okay. For two reasons. One, so I can get back to using it. And two, if things go south real quick, real fast, I'm not running through that Connex to find everything that I need. Because again, right now, my priority is to defend from here and hope for the best, but also be ready to move on a moment's notice. So anyway, folks, just want to share that with you today. What I want to close out about is these, and I'm going to close with this, and it's totally unrelated to what we've been talking to, but it's about these unconstitutional executive orders that Joe Biden just signed. Say unconstitutional. The one on the mask mandate is really a waste of paper, because all federal installations are already requiring you to wear a mask while you're there. Okay, the airlines are already requiring you to wear a mask when you fly. The trains and the buses. It was just, to me, a waste of ink and paper. But you know, it speaks out to his Communist Socialist Party members that I'm fully with you, comrade. Type of BS. But make no bones about it. And as the commander-in-chief, he can mandate what happens on federal installations and federal buildings. I can't, you know, I have no argument about that. Do I think it's stupid? Yes. But there you have it on that one. So if you go into a store and they tell you to put a mask on, and because the president signed a mandate, you know, mask mandate, just remind them that store is not a federal installation, nor is it federal property, and that they can go shove it where the sun don't shine. You know, like I said, the only place I wear a mask is when I go to my regular doctor's appointments, because why? They won't treat me if I don't. So I tolerate it long enough to get in, get looked over, get my meds refilled, and out the door. But one day I'm going to be sitting in that lobby too long, and the nausea will take effect, and I'm going to throw up all in their lobby, and I'm going to tell them, I told y'all that these things make me nauseous, and you didn't listen. And maybe then they'll get over it, because I probably told y'all this too a few months ago when I went, well, a month before last. My doctor was out, another doctor in the office was out, 4 of the staff were out, all because of COVID. They all contracted it. They all wear masks. They all, you know, so tell me masks work? Nah, not buying it. Do I believe COVID's real, and do I believe it's deadly? Yeah, absolutely. Do I believe it's mutating, as some sources are saying? Yeah, that's natural evolution of a virus, especially a biological weapon released by an enemy to our nation. Yep, I'm saying it. Do I have proof? No. But anybody with half a lick of common sense knows that this was brought into this country and into Europe and released as a biological weapon. Plain, simple, cut and dry. Population control. It's also a control measure. Create a pandemic. Scare people. Like the worthless governor of this state, Roy Boy Pooper Scooper. Every time he talks or tweets about COVID, he's always scaring the population. Always. And I'm about sick of his ass. Pardon my language. Because how do we re-elect a worthless Senator Tom Tillis, and then we elect the first black Republican lieutenant governor, and that worthless piece of crap still stays as the governor? Fraud's the only thing I can think of. Had to have been. But getting a prosecutor to dig hard enough, and also to find a court that will try it. That's the other problem here in the state of North Carolina. Because so many of the appellate courts are controlled by communists. Anyway, folks, I've rattled on enough for today. Y'all stay safe, stay vigilant, stay armed. Work on your networks, gather your intelligence. Do not, I'll say it one more time, do not pay much attention to anything about information from a laptop being released to General Flynn's going to do something to all this other BS that the PSYOPs have put against us. The big PSYOP, folks. It was made to lead us, misdirect us. It was misinformation. All right, yeah, I got swindled into some false hope there. Not as bad as some others I know, but, you know, I had my moments there for a minute thinking, could this be true? Please let it be true. But as we all witnessed yesterday, the former President of the United States got on the Air Force One and went back to Florida. And that's where we're at. So, stay safe, stay vigilant, stay armed, and we'll talk to y'all guys tomorrow. It's Old Soldier out.